8th inning last night. And now a leadoff home run from Matt Carpenter here in the first inning today. It's Piscotty, a wave and a miss. Down he goes on strikes. Good comeback for Hendricks.
But back to what Matheny was saying today was about their hitters. That is
for his last 7. 4 hits in his last 7 at-bats in those 3 October games. Got a couple of doubles as well and 2 walks. He's been packed up for a while to get this start, and Hendricks gets the strikeout. His second punch out, 2 up and 2 down in this second inning.
That's a swing.
Balls that are hit well means trouble for Hendricks, and that has happened on a couple of occasions in this one. And a swing and a miss as Colton Wong strikes out. Excellent changeup. Matheny felt like he needed to add to his outfield depth. So Jay makes it, and Hendricks, wow, quickly dispatches John Jay on 3 pitches.
That was a beautiful setup there. Not a beautiful thing. That
2 outs, no balls, 2 strikes on Peralta, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Kyle Hendricks, with the bullpen active, puts up another 0, and the Cubs still lead 6-1.
You're talking about rewarding their coaches, and you stay in the system long enough, next thing you know, you're in the big leagues.
And Moss with a swing and a miss. Kyle Hendricks goes back to the changeup. And he carries on here in the 5th inning. That's his 6th strikeout.
This has been impressive. It really has. A lot of swings and misses with that changeup that goes both ways. This one goes away from a left-handed hitter. He's thrown some that went like sliders.
There's some, but not to the extent that you have in the major leagues. And here's a guy who is a great thinker, and a breaking ball. Down goes Molina, and back-to-back strikeouts for Hendricks. 7 punch-outs and 3 in a row.
Once again, going both directions. Is that a slider or a changeup? You got me.
80 mile an hour.
That's a changeup, right? I mean, he's got all those fingers on it, and it goes the opposite direction. This is a clinic of changeups. I've never seen.
The 0-2. Strike 3 called, 2 down.
Joe Maddon told us before the game, if Hendricks is going to have a lot of success, he's got to get that ball in on the lefties. That's the one he throws right at the hip. It's a 2-seamer, and it'll come back over the plate. Murphy caught watching.
There of Joe Maddon as the count moves to 2-2, and then Granderson goes down swinging for out number 1 here in the 3rd.
We see the changeup grip, so Hendricks is starting to establish his changeup. He did it right in that at-bat against Granderson.
The way Granderson pulled that sinker foul. Let's see if they do now. A setup pitch going back in. One of the changeup.
3rd strikeout of the night for Kyle Hendricks.
Well, the one thing that Hendricks can do that you don't see many right-handed pitchers do, when he throws that changeup to right-handed hitters, he'll cut it a little bit. So the ball is moving away from right, not back into it. Very unusual.
So that's a 3 different type of.
Really do it. Does it affect your starting pitcher? He goes, I hope it affects him. I hope it affects him in a way that it'll be positive, and he'll go out there and say, hey, I got to start getting some outs.
Strikeout number 4. Hendrick must have taken a quick look out there at the bullpen. Went to work on Darno.
Well, Joe Maddon has said that he just does in the postseason, his tolerance level for starting pitchers goes way down. If they're not getting the job done, then he will go to that bullpen, unless it's Lester or Arrieta.
There is a sense of urgency in the playoffs.
Yes. Came on today. You asked me, Ernie. Cubs have to win today.
One team coming back from 3-0 in Major League Baseball. Austin Red.
1-2 the count on Utley.
Well, you know where they were standing
too often tonight on the other side of second base.
totally full back-to-back strikeouts.
So if you can imagine the shin guards of the catcher, when the pitch starts there's the changeup. It looks like it's going to hold its plane, and the ball absolutely darts out of the zone. It's all set up by the fastball, the sinker, and then the hitter cannot recognize because it's coming out of the same slot and the same arm spot. So if you're sitting at home going, how do guys keep swinging these?
And Gonzalez, 1 out, nobody on. And a 3-2 pitch. Got it looking. Strikeout number 3.
Well, Chase more than likely wasn't going to do anything with this pitch anyways, and he was hoping it was going to be a ball. It might have been. Mr. Cooper didn't think so. Chase was caught looking as he was running to first, thinking plate.
Struck him out. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Cubs looking for their first base runner as Gonzalez strands a pair in the 3rd. Now a 2-2. Got him swinging. Strikeout number 5. 1 out.
Well, Tolles definitely has shown he can handle the fastball. The off speed has been tough. There's the changeup grip. There's the late movement. Tremendous arm action. Just can't tell as a hitter when it's coming out of the same slot.
88. Down in the series, trailing tonight. Struck him out. 2 out.
You might be able to count on your hand how many times Hendricks does that in the year. He lives from the knees down. He gets most of his strikeouts out of the strike zone down, and this is perfectly executed. 4-seamer up. And we talked about Peterson loving to try and lift. That pitch always looks better to a hitter up. No way to hit.
Here's Grunt night for the Dodgers as Chase Utley. He's next. 1 away.
See, and that's what he does so great. When a left-handed hitter sees sinker away, movement, he'll throw a 4-seamer, and that pitch is going to look like it's actually 4 miles an hour faster. That's it with a hard down in the middle of the plate. He can't catch up to it. So he's changing the eyes of the hitter by movement and pitch selection. That cutter he throws doesn't move much, but the hitter gets jammed because he's looking for the...
Cubs coming to the plate, up by 3.
Peterson in his earlier strikeout.
Now he strikes him out down. Hendricks in total command, leading by 4 halfway through Game 6. Our T-Mobile One in-game box score for the Dodgers. The first pitch of the night was ripped into right for a base hit by Andrew Tolles, and since then it's been all Kyle Hendricks. He got a double play ball on the very next pitch. Got around an error by Javier Baez in the 2nd by picking off Reddick. He's faced the minimum by Joe Madden. The Cubs had home field advantage as long as they were alive in the National League playoff picture. He wanted Hendricks at home. Two out. Unreal. 6 strikeouts for Hendricks. And Hendricks has yet to walk a batter. He's had the count 3-1, 3-2, but he's made some of his best pitches. Look at that changeup grip with the full count.
Unhittable changeups. Only one so far in the postseason they've been able to get a hit. It's going to be a long night for the Indians.
Well, looks nervous. I don't know about you. He just looks completely overwhelmed by the moment, doesn't he?
He's the perfect guy for this atmosphere. I'm telling you, the crowd will not sit down. They are so amped up and waiting. He has to be him, and that is calm, cool, and collected. He loves pitching at home. He has the touch you need, and the only thing he'll navigate, I think you're going to see more four-seamers and more fast.
Napoli back in. Behind on the count, 1-2. Runner at third, 2 out.
Make some of your biggest pitches and most pressure pitches.
1-2 pitch. 2 out. Strikeout number 3. 1-2. Inning over. Strikeout number 4 for Kyle Hendricks. And game 3 goes into the bottom of inning number 3. Started with a great catch by Addison Russell. There's no score.
That call.
Got him on the outside corner. Strikeout number 5 for Hendricks.
I mean, this is just classic. I can't hit it anyways, and I'm not agreeing with the call, but it's so close, and you see the catcher not move his glove too much. It's just great pitching to the corners. That's what Hendricks does so well. He doesn't have to go up too often. Some pitchers have to elevate the ball to change the eye level. Hendricks changes the eye levels by try to beat him to the punch now if he wants to after slowing him down with the changeup.
Three-two. Got him on the corner. Three. Up to the number 2 spot, and in the biggest game of his life, a strikeout for out number 2. Look at the company he's keeping with this streak he's on. Lou Burdett and Bob Gibson, the longest scoreless inning streak entering a World Series Game 7.
It's amazing, and there hasn't been, at least I haven't heard a lot of talk about him. It's all about Kluber, and rightfully so. Kluber the best.
Only 44 all year in 190 innings. Got crisp on a ground out. 2-2 count on Perez. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Hendricks. And we'll welcome you inside our broadcast booth. I'm Joe Buck, a luxury to sit next to you all postseason, but somebody who's been out there in that classic in 1991, Game 7, Braves, Twins, you, Jack Morris. I know you're impressed with Kyle Hendricks.
Yeah, absolutely, and we talked to him, and I could see why. His heartbeat is one where you're not going to get it too high, right? And he's going to just